Hi, what's up guys? It's Evan here, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to handboard. So I'm going to teach you 5 simple tricks in this video. And maybe more. Let's get right into it. So the first thing about a handboard, this might be the same way I taught the fingerboarding video. If you haven't watched it, please go check it out. So, except I'm going to be doing this with my hands. So a handboard is just literally a bigger fingerboard, except it's like a mini skateboard. So yeah. So the first trick I'm teaching you is an ollie. So an ollie is you're gonna just hit the board down and just practice popping the board. So just pop. Use your right hand. So you're just gonna have your left hand on the center of the board and your right hand on the tail. So then to practice popping the board, you are going to just, if you want, you can just pop down, just hit the board down, at the tail I meant, sorry. Just practice hitting the tail and hitting that pop. And once you have that down, you're ready to ollie. So to ollie, you're just gonna hit the tail down, like you did earlier, like that. Except your left hand is gonna level out the board. So it's, instead of going like that, it's going to go like this. So you're just popping down, and this hand is just staying, like, it's just a little above the board, so then once it's in the air, like that, it'll level it out. So watch, it'll be like this. So have your left hand a bit above the board, so it has room, because if it stays flat, it's going to be a bit harder to ollie. You can get more pop by just leaving your left hand above the board. I mean, I'm right-handed, so if you skate the other way, if you're doing this with the left hand, I don't really know. Sorry about the talking interruption. So, like I was saying, with the ollie, you want to pop down like that. Just so, if you want to get used to popping, just practice pushing down on the tail, and that'll just give that pop. Just move the camera back just a little bit. Okay, there we go. So practice popping the board, like I said, and then level out the board by putting your left hand, or whatever hand you're comfortable with, just like an inch above the board, so it has room to level out. Because like I said, if you have it laid down and it's flat, you're not going to be able to pop it a lot. I mean, you can still ollie, but if you want to create a bigger pop, just try to have your hand a little above the board. So once you pop the board with your this hand right here, or whatever hand you use, once you pop the board, once it's in the air, that's when you level up the board. And that's when you put the hand that is holding the center of the board. I use my left hand, but if you're righty, this would be helpful for you. But honestly, just go what hands you're comfortable with. I mean, I'd honestly prefer, if you're handboarding, I suggest having your left hand on the center of the board and your right hand on the tail. I'm just probably going to say that for more than one time, so you'll see what I mean. So, like I said, this is what you're doing. So, yeah. So an ollie, you want to have your board, so this is what it looks like, just looks like that. So you're going to have your hand, so once it's like, reaches its peak, that's when you put your left hand on, and then you land the board. So it looks like that. So that's an ollie. Next trick is the shove it. So the next trick is a shove it. So it's like the same thing you did with the fingerboard. That. Except you're going to turn your hand 180 degrees. There's not, just practice. So you're having your hand, you're popping the board down, and you're moving your fingers in like this. So just practice this, and just do that with the board, and that creates that spin. So just do this with your fingers, and push down also on the tail so it pops. It's like, and that creates a shove it. So you really can do a shove with one hand, but this is what you do with two hands. you have your left hand on the center, like normal, and then you pop with that same motion I've been teaching you, like this. Remember, you're pushing down on the tail and also moving your fingers in. So try combining that together, and that creates that spin. So if you want, you can take your right hand off the board. You can just keep it on for movement. And then for popping it, you have to take it. You take it off, so it creates the 180-degree spin, and that's a shove it. So it really is all about the tail and that spin. So just practice doing that, and then you're ready to do this. And that's the same thing with the 3 shove, except you're turning it 360 degrees. That's the third trick, by the way. So you do the same thing you've been doing, except try to turn it 360 degrees. I use hand skate handboards, like hangnail handboards, something like this. This is actually very helpful for used for shove tricks, because the little symbol or the claw in the middle, it can be really helpful for telling you how much you've turned the board. So say like I'm starting the board like this, and you can see it's facing the other way. It's like the opposite way. So I'm going to start it with the claw down. And after a 100-degree, 80-degree turn, it's now back up. So you can try to look at it and see how many degrees it actually turned, or if you actually did a shove. So, I mean, this is a really cool way you can figure out shoves and everything, and how, like, what shoves you did and everything. So if you want to get one of these, go get one for yourself. So like I said about the 360 shove it, you're just literally doing a 360-degree turn. So do that same motion I taught you with the shove it, except just double the power. Like that's a shove it, that's a 3 shove. So now this is what it looks like. So like I said, for movement, make sure you have your right hand on the board, and then once you're doing the spin, take your right hand off, and then it does that spin, and then you put both your hands on the board. So it's that simple. Alright, next to the fourth trick. The fourth trick is a kickflip. So a kickflip, it's not really hard, so except you're going to ollie or pop, and then you're just going to have the left hand scoot like this, and that creates that kickflip. This is what it looks like. Just like that. So the tail is going to pop down. So it's kind of like the ollie you did earlier, except you're just scooting your hand to the left. Your left hand. So you're scooting that hand right here to the left. And that creates that flip. I mean, if you're new to kickflips, and you're not really getting into the scoot, this motion, so once it's in the air and pops, that's when you do that scoot, like this. So once it pops, that's when you do this scoot motion, like this. Sorry about that. Like that. That was sloppy. But another way you can do it is just popping the board like this, and then just looking at this part right here, the line of the board that's facing you, you can just hit it down like this. So you can do it either way. So you can just pop up and hit this part, the line right here, the part here that's facing you, that you can just slap that down, and it creates a flip. You can try either way and just see what's comfortable with you. Alright, so that is a kick flip, and the last trick I'm going to show you is a 360 flip. So a 360 flip is not really difficult. So a 360 flip is that you're going to have your right hand on the tail, and you're going to have 3 fingers on your left hand on the center, right, like this. This is what you're going to have. And you're going to pop down, and it just does the flip for you. So if you hold your right hand down, don't push it down, just keep it on the board, it'll create that flip for you, just like that. So a 3 flip, or a 360 flip, this is probably a really easy trick. So there's not really much you need to do during this, except you just need to pop down with your tail, and have your right hand, and have your right hand pop down and just, as it flips, yeah, so make sure as it flips, don't push down with your left hand or else it won't flip. It's all about the pop. So if I explain this bad, I'm sorry. If you want to come over and see me for this, any of these tutorial videos you're having trouble with, please let me know. So yeah, I think that's about it. And thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe. And if you want to see some more tutorial videos made by me, please let me know down below in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys next time. Later, guys.